Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube recovery channel. My name is Johanna and this is my actually very first YouTube video and I'm really looking forward to it. It's kind of an intro video to explain you guys what I want to do with this channel, and yeah, I think I will sit down somewhere and then I will tell you something about my motivations about doing this channel, where I am in my recovery and the future content I want to talk about. And also, excuse my hair. I have this haircut and in the morning it gets super crazy. So I'm used to it, you're not, but I hope you will get used to it. It's me. So, I found a spot to sit down. Please don't mind the clothes over there. These are clothes I don't fit in anymore, and I will bring it to my aunt, but until now I was too lazy to bring it there, so it's still up there. As I mentioned before, this channel is an eating disorder recovery channel, and I want to do it, or I thought about doing it for a very long time, but I decided to do it right now because during my recovery, or I am still in recovery, but especially for the last year, I got extreme support by other YouTubers. So there's Hannah Arts, or Hannah Arts, I hope I pronounce you correctly, Steph Mary Frank, Jen Brett, Daphne Fisher, Macy Eleni, or Eleni, and Ladle by Ladle. So these were the main YouTubers I was following, or I am still following, and they helped me tremendously. So because I got such support through these YouTube videos and YouTube channels, I thought, well, why not trying it by myself? Why not trying to share my experience, my skills I worked on, my journey with you guys to actually help you? Because I firmly believe, and yeah, I firmly believe that everyone who commits to recovery can recover. So that is kind of the basic mindset for my channel, because if you're not committed to recovery, you will probably not get there. But if you're committed, you can do this. You can really do this. I'm not saying that it's easy, like it's super hard, I admit. Like, yeah, it's super hard. But if you commit to it, you can do this. And having a supportive network is extremely important. So having a therapist, having family and friends that are helping you, and it might help to have some YouTube channel or social media account that kind of gives you motivation. So that is the reason why I'm doing this channel. I hope you kind of understand my motivation behind it. So I think it's necessary to explain where I am in my recovery right now. So I developed anorexia for the first time in 2011. I don't know, I was 11 years old. So yeah, that was when I developed anorexia, and I went to treatment, or inpatient treatment, for 2 times, and I kind of was recovered after that. But I relapsed really badly in the 3rd semester of university. If you like, I can talk about my story in another video in more detail, but this was just to kind of give you an overview. So I relapsed really badly, and I started my second recovery in 2018, like January 2018, so a bit over 1 year ago. So I started to count calories again in order to make sure I'm getting enough calories in. This is for 2 reasons actually. So first off, I know that a lot of people won't believe it, but I'd never counted calories in my illness. So when I got ill at 11 years old, I had no clue what calories were. I was restricting heavily, but I did not have a clue what calories were. So in inpatient treatment, they actually taught me how to count calories. It was kind of risky, but it worked out really well for me. So after that, I used it twice in both recoveries to actually make sure I eat enough and gain my weight back. Yeah, so that is what I did. So I started counting calories because I could not rely on my hunger cues at all. Basically because they weren't there anymore. I ruined them. And secondly, because I still have and I had extreme tummy issues. So this is also why I will get to gastroenterologist next Friday, because it's still not getting better. My tummy hurts a lot. It's bloated. It feels like a fire is sitting in there, and it's not like the normal feeling of being full or anything. It hurts enormously. It is bloated all the time. It presses against my ribs and my lungs so that sometimes I have the feeling I can't breathe properly. So it's really bad, and I don't know what it is. It holds me back in recovery because it gives me the feeling that eating is a bad thing, which is not. And yeah, so but I will deal with it. I hope the doctor will find something. So that is also why I'm counting calories, because I know that I'm feeling fuller than I actually am due to my tummy issues, and I would not get enough calories in if I would rely on my hunger cues. Yeah, so I started counting calories and I gained a lot of weight back. I was really depressed and anxious, but I pushed through it. And then in summer it got better and better. I started exercising again. I'm a runner, so I started running again. In the end of summer, I actually felt so well that I thought, well, it's time to get to start eating intuitively. I think I'm there yet, there already, but yeah, then I started eating intuitively. In the beginning, it went out really, really well, but then it got worse. So I was starting to restrict again, and I realized I was not there yet. So I lost some weight again in December, and in Christmas holidays, I actually realized when calming down that this was not the point I wanted to be, or the state I wanted to be in, that is not being recovered. So I knew that I had to work on myself. So I gave myself a kick in the butt and kind of made 3 phases for me to continue my recovery. So phase 1 was that I wanted to gain back the weight I had before my relapse. So in order to do this, I started counting calories again. I mainly followed a meal plan, but also I tried to be flexible but count calories at the same time. I quit exercise, which made it much easier to gain back the weight. And I worked on my mindset a lot. So this was kind of the first phase. And actually I completed this first phase just last week. So last week I kind of reached the point or the weight I was before my relapse. So now I'm in the second phase. So the second phase for me personally, everybody's recovery is different. For me it is that I do still count calories because of my tummy issue mainly. I want to work a lot on my mindset. I actually, I know what I have to work on. Most things have gotten better so far, but there are still some issues I have to deal with, and I have to work on those. And thirdly, this is kind of the phase to reintroduce exercise. So last week I started weightlifting again, so I will not do cardio until I really feel the need to do it, or I get fun at it again. So I started weightlifting, and to introduce exercise, I have to work a lot on my mindset and kind of getting more flexible. So this is phase 2, and I will still count calories in order not to lose weight. And also I know, which is kind of funny, I know that I have the weight I had before my relapse, and I know that before my relapse I felt really well with this weight, and I lost well, but right now I realize that this is not the weight I want to stay at, so I actually need and want to gain more weight, which is also a reason why I still do count calories, because that's why I'm still in the gaining process. And then phase 3 would be to practice intuitive eating. So this is kind of the hardest phase for me personally, because I'm not used to it anymore. I'm definitely not used to it. The last time I ate intuitively, I restricted. So yeah, I have to practice this a lot. And I'm not there yet. I'm not in phase 3, but I don't stress about it. I think the time will come when it comes. So yeah, I'm in phase 2 now. So this is how we come to my content of this channel. So what I want to do is basically I want to share my experiences. I want to talk about skills, how to deal with bloating and negative thoughts after eating and this kind of things. I want to give you motivation to keep going. I want to tell you something about biological explanations for anorexia and about the symptoms that come with it. I'm interested in science, because I'm studying chemistry, so I did a lot of research on biological explanations for anorexia. That is something I want to talk about because it helped me tremendously dealing with it. I also want to do full days of eating in order to give you guys kind of a guideline how to make sure you eat enough or how you can get enough calories in. Oh, I forgot to mention, I have a really fast metabolism. This kind of genetically, and so first because of genetics, and secondly because when you recover from eating disorder and you eat a lot of food, you normally get in a phase where you have a hypermetabolism, so your metabolism is even faster than it would be if you never gotten ill or never restricted. So I have a really fast metabolism. So the calories I'm eating, I will mention a number now, so if you don't want to hear it. So in order to gain weight, I need to eat 3,500, if not more. And so in my recovery, I made the rule for myself that it is not allowed to eat under 3,000. That is an absolute no-go, because under 3,000 for me is kind of activating the starvation mode again, which I can't do right now because I am in recovery. So under 3,000 is not an option. So usually I get 3,500 or even more, just to mention, if you're watching the full days of eating. Okay, that's better. So yeah, where did I stop? Yeah, so the future content, I mentioned a little about it, and the full days of eating are dangerous in a way because I don't want you to compare it to myself, but if you're using it to kind of get ideas of what to eat or get it as a motivation that you can actually eat so much food because it's necessary for your body to recover, then watch it, then do this, but please make sure that you only watch them if you're using them in the right way. Please let your decisions of what videos you're watching not be decided by your eating disorder, but only by yourself, but by your committed to recovery self. Please do me the favor. So yeah, I realize I'm saying so yeah a lot. I hope this is getting better. Also, I'm like doing this all the time, but yeah, as I mentioned before, it's the first YouTube video, so I hope you're accepting it. I'm planning to do a full day of eating tomorrow, and hopefully if I'm getting along with the program, I will upload it on Wednesday. So I'm kind of excited how this goes. So I'm doing a full day of eating, and we'll do a little chit chat with you, probably on the topic of priorities in eating disorder recovery, how to get your priorities straight, and how to change the focus of your priorities in different phases of eating disorder recovery. That is kind of a topic I want to talk about first because, yeah, I like it. It's really intense. And also, I have to mention that English is not my mother tongue, so please excuse if I'm not speaking properly in a way and I'm using some wrong words sometimes. I'm sorry for that. I'm German, so yeah, I try my best to speak English as good as I can. Please don't judge me. So yeah, I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel if you're interested in future videos, or you can also watch them first and then subscribe. I would be really glad about it. Please let me know in the comments if you have any requests on future videos. I will try to implement those. We can also do Q&As if you're interested in. I will try to answer the questions as good as possible. And yeah, so if you have any requests or ideas or whatever, what you want to see in my videos, please let me know in the comments. Also, I hope you have a wonderful Monday, a good start in the new week, and I will see you in the next video, which is probably on Wednesday. Yeah, see you.